what's up, y'all? It's your girl Shakira 2 times.
And I'm Liana,
and this is our 2 cents.
Clink.
So, really good news. We are no longer ill. Mm-hmm. That's all I got.
She's crazy for that cough. I didn't even see that one, and all of a sudden I was looking at it this morning. I was like,
oh! Girl, I wanted to keep putting it even more obnoxiously, but I was like, let me leave her alone.
That was so gross.
You may also notice that we're in a new location.
Yes, if you have eyes in your oh, that's mean. But if you do have eyes in
your
watching.
Blind, yeah. If you're not blind. We just decided what better way to represent the Twin Cities than film half of our episodes in St. Paul and the other half in Minneapolis.
Yeah, we definitely did that intentionally.
Yes, this was all like in the grand scheme of things. So we're at my house today. I'm super excited to be here.
So cute, by the way.
Thank you so much. You're the best. And we're gonna dive into episodes 10 through 12 of Love Is Blind. But before we do, let's get into Trend Check.
Trend Check. So Shakira hadn't seen this, but on TikTok, I'm sure some of y'all have been keeping up with it. But Alex, Mr. Sweet Boy Alex, has a lot of skeletons in his closet. And so I didn't do a lot of checking to see if this is correct, but the people are saying that Alex has been involved in underage girls and like inviting them to his parties and like grooming them through text. And like I saw one where he's like, text me as if we were in middle school meeting. Yeah, what are you wearing? Like things like that.
Oh my
like
gosh.
very
Where is he getting these
creepy
kids'
as
numbers? Is he a teacher?
I wouldn't even know where to find a kid that age besides the school.
I thought he was so adorable. I thought he was so cute.
It's all in
Turns out he idolizes R. Kelly. Like, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, what else did you hear?
That honestly is, I think that's it this week. To be fair, another reason we're here, I moved, so my life has been in shambles this week, so I haven't been on TikTok too much. So
yes.
Have you seen anything?
So one thing about us, we are booked and busy queens. We are bosses. We've got a lot going on. I got on TikTok to literally upload our TikToks, which follow me so you can see some snippets from our episodes.
Shakira 2 times.
You heard it here first. So I haven't really seen much. I keep seeing memes about people saying how boring it is, but other than that, the streets haven't been saying too much on my end that I've seen. I
will say, actually, one of my favorite podcasts I watch, it's called The Sesh. They were talking about Love Is Blind, so they were going over it, and they said the same things that we're saying. That's pretty boring this season.
But I will say, I feel like this batch has been my favorite. So do we want to talk about these episodes? Are you ready to
Let's get into it.
All right, so starting off episode 10 hot, we met a lot of their parents. I just, like, I'm so bad with names, but I just don't like David. I don't like how he presented himself in front of Lauren's mom. I don't like the things he was saying. I think he just really much gave full of shit. Even like when he was joking, when he was like, oh yeah, she's not cute. I hate to be around her. He meant that. That was not sarcasm.
Why would you be saying that?
That was foreshadowing. He knew what the vibes were. And I just, so that made me sad. And it just further like showed me that he's a piece of shit, which we already knew, and that Lauren can do better. What else in episode 10?
How did we feel about her dad not wanting to be involved and like none of his family wanting to be involved? I think that's so telling.
It is telling. I think every once in a while we do see people on these shows where their parents are like off camera we can meet. So, and maybe I'm just playing sides because I don't like him, but I wasn't mad at her dad. But his family just not winning any parts. My theory is that he went into this as a joke. He had no intentions on taking it serious and didn't take it serious. And when he actually realized like the actions that he had done, he had to go back and explain to his family, like, wait, actually this is happening. Oops. And they're like, what the fuck? You told us you were doing this for fun, as a prank. So I think I don't even think he really tried to backpedal. He was like, basically, I have to figure out a way to get out of this now because I've taken things too far. Just lay low and hang tight. Like, I feel like his friends were never going to come over. When they had that argument, like, no, he just didn't even try. For all we know, they don't even know details about Lauren. So
I think he is the biggest piece of shit on this show. Like, at first I was like, oh, he's just trying to play the villain. No, he is the villain. Like, he is being mean to Lauren and putting all of her shit on blast to disguise the true meaning true reason he was on the show in the first place.
Exactly.
Because she is very genuine. She's first of all, I was getting a little annoyed with Lauren too. I'm like, stand up. How many times are you going to sit and defend yourself over the same thing? And this guy goes back and forth, back and forth.
He literally hates you. And even their energy, you can tell he doesn't like her.
No.
Like, when they were bowling, I was cringing. And you guys, if at this point I want to fight his sister, tell his sister, catch me outside. Literally, there's not a scene that doesn't go by that he doesn't talk about his sister or his friends. Like, you're fucking your sister or your friends. Because what is this about? Like,
I don't even know if his sister's that involved. Because did you see the part when she's like, I wrote a letter to his sister describing everything that happened, explaining my point of view because he won't let us meet. And he didn't give her the letter. He did not give his sister the letter. So he does not want his side to see anything and know the truth about Lauren. Because if they did, then I don't think this conversation would continue.
Oh, absolutely not.
So you're a piece of shit.
Yes, you had no intentions of taking this woman. You had no intentions of proposing. Or maybe you did, but maybe you knew that you would have to get out of it right after. Like, he had no intentions of finding love. You're a piece of shit. And then to slut-shame her in the process is disgusting.
And then let's just stay on them because if you're watching this, you know, they didn't last. Spoiler alert, they didn't last, and they called it quits.
It happened exactly the way he wanted it to. It literally worked out perfectly for him. And then, go ahead.
No, I was going to say because they had that fight, then he left. First of all, he left, didn't even give her the opportunity to talk about it. Went and stayed at his own place. During that break, he wasn't talking to her. He went out. He went out to Nolo's and then Basement Bar. Have you been there?
Yes. I know
College. Why are you going there? Basement Bar?
I know the vibes.
So he went there, and then Molly was there. Molly, they didn't meet each other, they say. They didn't know who each other was, even though you know what they looked like. They had their phones.
Be for real.
And they said that there was a girl all over him that night.
Yep. So we just know he's literally not... I'm not a fan of him. What else happens in episode 10?
The political talk. Oh, I could not wait to talk to you about this. Deven and Virginia.
Girl. If a person, period, tells you that they don't get into politics, they don't choose one side or another, they can shut up talking to me. My ears are closed at that point. Like, I don't want to really hear anything else because you're telling me that either you are just so, like, spineless and just go through your life like a robot that you could care less, or there is a side that you've chosen and you're ashamed to say it. But specifically, when a black man tells you this, literally run for the hills. Run for the hills. It's giving... You voted Kanye 2020 as well. Like, you can't be trusted. We know what you're getting at. He made it very obvious and very clear that he has conservative values. And it's okay to be clear. I think it's okay to be a Republican. But in this climate, if you're voting conservative, that says a lot because of who Donald Trump is. Like, so that's just very much ick. It gave cringe. I felt bad for Virginia. There was so much awkward silence. I don't know if that was production or if that was real. But the whole thing literally made my stomach hurt.
Yeah, and she was doing such a good job, like, trying to be open-minded, explain her points, and be very, like, direct with how she felt about things. And she just had to keep fishing for him to say something. Like, open your mouth, Deven. Yeah, what is wrong with you? Open your mouth and say... She was like, I think women should have the right to abortions. And he was like, well, I think the man should have a choice. F you. What are you talking about?
Literally, and it's like, she just had to, well, I don't know. She's like, well, you know, like, most black people aren't Republicans, but my dad is black. Okay. Like, Deven, you are not, every time I think, like, oh, he's growing on me, he gives me the ick. And I should have known with that pig. That pig gives MAGA. I don't know.
Free Peppa!
Free Peppa till it's backwards, okay? Because what in the world? Oh, no, what in the world?
Yeah, that conversation was so annoying. Talking, just everything. You can just tell, now the prenup conversation with his family makes a lot more sense.
But I am upset with her because this is a conversation, and maybe she just, you shouldn't do, but maybe she just assumed that they had similar values. Yeah. But that's a conversation you have to have early.
So true. It taught me something, because, like, I will be the first to admit, I would not have these conversations before dating. Like, at this point in my life, I hadn't been. Like, it would gradually get there, and I would get the vibe of where they lie. That now it's very, like, I have to.
Especially now, the older you get, obviously they're dating intentionally. They're literally getting married in 32 seconds. So I just think, like, the older you get, if you think that there's a possibility you'll spend your life with this person or you'll raise kids together, you have to have similar values at least.
So I totally agree.
I have the ick about him.
Totally agree.
Episode 10, we met Sara's sister and her wife. I personally, although I think that they maybe have been a little bit too harsh, I can really tell that they're genuine and that they really just care about their sister and they're a little bit worried. And I feel like she was a perfect example of just an overprotective older sister versus, is it Monica?
That's Sara.
Versus
Sarah.
Versus the other girls.
Oh, Monica.
Versus Monica. You see me? Oh my gosh.
My bad.
Game. Yes, versus Monica's older sister who was just a raging and is jealous of her. So, but that was a tough conversation. It was real stiff in there. The vibes were not vibing and they were not letting up. What did you think about that?
And the girl, are they married? I didn't know if they were married. So. Whatever. The partner, I was like, she was interrupting a lot, and I understand her intentions were in the right spot because I could tell that, like, the sister, this was a big moment, and she was trying to help mediate and guide the conversation, but I think she kept overstepping and not letting people explain.
It almost seemed like she was just ready to snap on him.
Oh,
like,
yes.
Yeah.
She's like anything point he tried to make, and she'd, like, throw something in there, and I was just like, I get what you're doing. You're trying to, like, make sure everything is put out on the table, but, like, also get to know him.
Yeah, and I think, like, we all, like, as women of color, I think we all know, I know people from pretty much at least one person from every oppressed community who kind of has a chip on their shoulder and wants to make everything about their, like, if it's about race or because I'm a woman, like, they make that their personality. Her sister's partner kind of gave me the vibe that, like, she was ready to assume he was homophobic to begin with. Like, she just already had a chip on her shoulder.
Because probably Sara told her how the conversation went, so they know. And I mean, maybe she's not wrong, because even as the episodes unfold, like, he's just so limbo with it. He rides the fence with it,
which gives you an answer. Silence is violence.
Exactly. So. And I think that's where they were trying to push out of him. To circle back just a little bit, because I want to say this, to Virginia and Deven, because Virginia and Deven met Virginia's mom.
Yes. What did you think about that?
She is the sweetest. I'm the biggest fan of Virginia's mom.
I absolutely love her mom. However, I feel like it almost feels like they rehearsed those answers.
Oh.
Those answers just seemed too, like, Devin's answer specifically, unless he's just a smooth dude. But his answers just seemed too perfect. And
no, I think you're onto something. I think he's just phony. Yeah. But I think he just knows what to say.
Yes, and did you catch when he was like, and I confided and told her something that I don't tell everyone.
I wrote that down! I said, you told me that on the first date, dude.
He literally went on a date with her and told her on the first date. So for him to act like that was let me pull this deep, dark secret out of my ass. Within the first hour. Everyone knows about the ibuprofen addiction.
That was not, he made it sound like this is so deep. No, dude, no, it wasn't. You told, and I didn't even ask you. You just told me.
On a first date is crazy. So, but yeah.
I mean, speak your truth, but don't go out here acting like you're not telling anybody that. Like that, like, now I know for certain. You've told everybody this.
That you're kind of full of sorry.
Yeah.
I think that's all I have for episode 10, though.
Joey and Monica had their photo shoot, and Joey started to win over Nicole, Monica's sister.
Yes.
So
and
that's
the photo
good to
shoot
see.
Was really cute, and what I noticed in this batch of episodes is Monica, I feel like she's a really confident woman, and I think that works for her. Like, she's growing on me more because of how confident she is. I know it seems like that might be dwindling a little bit because he's not reassuring her the way she wants, but just her natural, like, disposition and stuff, I really like her. She's growing on me.
Yeah, I like Monica. She's cool. I think Joey's starting to show some, like, cold feet. But we'll get to that.
Yes.
So, episode 11.
This is where everybody meets up at the bar. And so this is my favorite episode to date because it was juicy. One, the guys are messy. Like, I just think the guys are so messy. Y'all knew that David was not going to be there.
And to go up to Lauren and be like, where's David? You didn't come with David. Like, you, Ben.
Like, literally ick. I love all the girls. Molly is my hero. Producers, we see what you did. We see how you did it. But you couldn't get us. Molly is the realist. Everything that she said to him, I wish that Lauren would have said it to him just like that. I also don't like how eager Lauren was to, like, potentially spin the block and let him talk to her. Like, she didn't even let him, like, beg. She was like, do you want to talk? Like, dang, sis, stand up. Let him wallow a little bit. Like, he absolutely deserves it. And then those tears he forced out, ick. We also got to see Brittany and Deven interact. Yeah.
I do have to say, Molly, again, I'm sorry. I keep coming for you, and then it comes out and like,
she's wrong each time.
I'm wrong each time, yes. And I can admit it. I love how you just were talking to David. Yes. I wish you would have been harder on him.
I love it, though. I love what you did. I love a girl's girl.
David was so drunk. Drunk David. Babbling drunk David. He was like...
he was so drunk.
He didn't even... There was a scene when him and Lauren were talking, and she was like... They were just going back and forth, and she was like, you didn't reach out to me. He's like, you didn't reach out to me. And then they started talking. He's like, yeah, that's why it's my job to reach out to you. And, like, he was so drunk, he didn't even know what he was saying.
And you're embarrassing. If he was sober, if he would have even gone up to her and spoken, honestly. Exactly. The way he's set up, he thinks he's the prize. But
to your girl.
Yes, my girl.
Oh, let's get set.
Yeah. No, for real.
It's Brittany.
You a baby. Like, why was she talking to him like that?
Hey, Deven. You gorgeous.
You guys, and y'all, I was screaming when he was like, yeah, after seeing Brittany, like, I think we could be great friends. Like, that really f***ed me up. But this is no shade to her, but it's just so funny. And and it's just so hilarious. She's like, everybody look gay. He didn't blink. He literally looked at her like,
I know, he's like,
We for sure know who he voted for.
Oh,
he
yeah.
could never be with a Sarah who has a gay sister. That wouldn't even gotten that far. Like, he might be more of a bigot than Ben. Mm-hmm. Is it Ben? Sorry, Jesus Christ.
It is Ben.
Yes,
and I'm shocked, but I do think Deven is a lot more conservative than I thought.
Yeah,
and it's
definitely.
just like, why? Like, why? I don't know. I always question it. But yeah, she was like, everybody a little gay.
He was like...
And she's like, oh, okay, well, I wish you guys the best. You guys have good energy.
Dodge the bullet. Dodge the fucking bullet.
Oh, my God.
What else happened at the bar? Oh, messy boots. Let's get into that mess because that confused me. Too many names.
Madison.
So you should break it down for us. For those of us who can't keep up with all these replicas of the same person.
So all the main couples were there, and then in walks Madison with her new hairdo, and you could just tell they were really trying to create this big moment production. Like, they slow-mo'd her walking. And I was like, it's not that serious.
Speed it
like,
up quickly.
Speed it up. She walks in and she really is like, hi, everyone. And, like, everyone said hi to her, but I don't know. I think Lauren likes her, and that's the only one.
That's about it. I agree.
And then in comes Meg and Mason. And I have mixed feelings about them. Because I was so proud of her for, like, cutting him off and how she did it.
I think, like, that made him realize how much, like, she did close the door. Yes, she reopened it. But I think that when a guy, like, knows he fucked up and actually there's actual consequences to go with it, they might do better the next time.
But she reached out to him. She's like, I looked him up right away as soon as I got home. She said that. I was like, you could have just kept that.
She did. Yeah, girl, stand up. At least on camera, stand up.
But I am happy they're together. I like them together.
Cute. I love that. That was a nice little, so maybe we'll see them at the reunion, even though they didn't make it to the altar. Because they're cute. I like them a lot.
And then Madison was like, oh, there's Megan Mason. Madison was. Like, why are you still being nasty? Like, that's just.
And then I'm very confused about everything with Alex. Can you break that down to us, what she was explaining? Because I don't know who these people are still.
Okay, that part was a little blurry to me. So apparently, like, he messaged her before they left LA from filming, and they met at the airport, and then what happened?
He was lusting over her. She wanted us to know that he thought she was drop dead gorgeous girl. We get it.
Yeah.
She's like, I think he just couldn't believe, like, how, ick.
That's a Leo energy.
So he begged, allegedly. And then they were trying to, like, kind of work things out. And then he lied, but we don't know what about. I don't know. I think she was just pulling things out of her ass.
I think she just wanted
she wants to seem like the victim.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. But other than that, I'm glad they didn't give her that much camera time, to be honest. I was like,
she had plenty.
Love that.
What else at the bar? I think that's it. That's all that I can think of.
Oh, I wanted to talk, because Virginia made a comment about loving PDA. And so, like, at the bar, I guess Deven doesn't really like PDA. And she's like, well, it doesn't have to be crazy. Like, but they were, like, kissing, and he's like, yeah, you can go now. Yeah, did you remember that part?
Crazy.
I was like,
he is a true Republican. I don't know what else to say. Like, as soon as they had that conversation in bed, I was looking at him with a different lens. Like, you are so...
Yeah.
Ick.
I couldn't help but think, like, yeah.
I just wonder what the sex is even like.
He asked her, didn't he? And she's like, it's good.
He's like, I've never felt comfortable with anybody during sex before until now.
I've never want to lay in bed with him. She's like, yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah. She looks up.
Oh, Virginia. I hope you see the light soon, because I'm not here for it. But we'll get into that. Episode 12, we dive into... Well, do we have any more bar things? I might be moving too quickly.
Did the dress thing, the dress shopping.
Isn't that episode 12? Or
was that? I thought it was... Yeah,
it was both.
It's 11.
Right, yeah,
because 12 is like the bachelorette party.
Yes. Okay, so let's get into the dress shopping.
What did you think?
Well, I think everyone looked gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Dresses. I'm really glad to see... Okay, first of all, let's stop. Obviously, humans love chaos. We haven't even talked about our trophy couple once. Let's get into their beautiful, cute Christmas photos. Wasn't that episode?
Oh, yes, Taylor and Daniel. That was so cute.
They're really cute. They're growing on me a lot now. Mm-hmm. I think it's because they're the only hope, in my opinion, that we have. So yeah, their Christmas photos were adorable. They just seem so happy together, and I'm rooting for them. But I say all that to say I love how much Taylor's mom came around at the dress shopping, and she was there. What do you have to say about it? Okay. You don't like her mom.
I do not like her mom. And I think it's very telling, and of course it's editing, but it's very telling that she's the only mom that had anything negative and body shaming to say about their daughter.
That's true.
And Taylor had made a comment about how she had body image issues earlier on in the episode. Yeah, I related her to that, or related to her on that. And not to say my mom treats me like that, but like, I see why she has that now, because Taylor's mom, I don't know what conservative, like very uptight view she has, but to embarrass your daughter like that in front of a room full of women,
so sad.
in one of the moments that she should be built up the most.
Yeah, that's very true.
I thought that was awful, and you saw like the light drain from. I'll try my other one on.
And the dress was gorgeous.
Like that just gave me chills. Yeah, she looked amazing. Her boobs were like this.
Yeah, like, you're right. You're totally right. And if she wants to have nipple covers, it's her wedding.
She can show a little titty if she wants to. She's gonna be married.
No, that was sad. You're right about that.
Like, and I really feel for Taylor. Like, I hope Daniel treats her like a princess, and she can get over her issues with her mom.
Yes, and I hope that his parents like really accept her into their family, and like, you know, she has another mother figure in her life, because his mom is amazing. And
she was there. She chose to bring his mom. That speaks a lot. They're really going to last.
Chills. No, I really like it.
Virginia's mom looked so proud of her. In that moment, Virginia had like, that's why I think Virginia is sincere in this. Like, she was crying, and it just felt like such a beautiful moment. Yeah. Her mom was like lifted her up so much, and I said that was like such a special moment.
Yeah, no, I really like to see it, and I just think like the representation, because in this show there is only one black couple, and just seeing like the black mom be so supportive, and I thought that was important and that was needed. So I wonder where her dad's at, because she mentioned she was close with both parents, and Deven did meet her dad, but it must have been off camera.
I guess so, yeah. I missed that whole part of it. Yeah. I was wondering the same thing. Basically, in episode 12, this is where they were doing, like, the bachelor, bachelorette parties. And I thought, obviously, these are probably not their main ones, because they were very PG for the show.
Yeah.
But I loved the girls' theme.
Oh, I wish I was with loved them. It. No, I would have loved to. I've always wanted to do the old lady theme. So, yeah, I think it was so cool. It was really cool what the Vikings did for the guys, too. Made them custom-made Minnesota Vikings jerseys. Like,
so cool.
Yeah, Netflix ate. They ate with that one.
In my notes, I said, Shakira's going to think the Vikings guy's hot. Did you?
I don't even remember. Girl, I was probably washing dishes during that part. I don't even remember what it looked like.
Maybe he'll be in your DMs soon.
Maybe.
But honestly, that episode was really it.
Yeah, honestly.
But then it led up to, I didn't finish it, so maybe you can lead us with this. It led up to Ben and Sarah's wedding. So is there anything that stood out in that?
No, they both seem excited and ready, and like they're gonna say yes. I guess we could talk a little bit about the prenup. I feel like Deven made a way bigger. There are so many times where I just want to wring his neck. Like, you're moving slow, you're thinking slow, you're talking slow. Spit it out. So even the whole like, yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, I just feel like Virginia's going to have to baby him and treat him like her son, because I just don't. He doesn't give man to me. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, he seems unsure about everything. He doesn't have a straight up answer for anything, and he just gives me the ick. So.
I agree. Like, she very clearly explained everything in the prenup, and yes, you should absolutely read it through, have a second set of eyes look at it, but he kept saying it. Like, she's like, okay, like, go and do so. Right. Like, he kept making it seem like it was like sprung on him. And then
great news, my mom said, no shit, Sherlock,
and then tried to mansplain it. Literally the same. And I love how she said it so polite. She's like, yeah, like I said, I wasn't trying to set you up.
One thing I am nervous about, though, and we can get into that in predictions, is because she's so sweet, I feel like if he ever pisses her off, it's going to be ugly. Because she's just so, like, I'm scared.
My girl Virginia has receipts. So if he does ever do something like that, she will be able to put him in his place very quickly. Yeah, and I have all the support in you, Virginia.
We support you.
We support you.
Support women's rights and wrongs. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Do we want to talk about just predictions going into the next? The next batch is the last batch of episodes, right?
I can't believe it. It's here already.
Oh my gosh, like that sped.
It did.
And it's gotten better. Y'all let us know if we're wrong.
Let us know.
I feel like it's gotten better. It's getting juicier. But let's get into the couples. I'll start with the ones whose names I know.
Yeah,
I'll let you pick up. So first, Deven and Virginia. What do we think is going to happen with them?
Well, I do think they're going to get married. I do think they'll get married. Yeah, I'll just leave it there.
Okay, I don't. I think that I hope they don't. Maybe they will, but I think Virginia might start to have a little bit of a change of heart, just because hopefully, I think you have to, like, when you're in this situation, you don't see the red flags, but she seems very emotionally intelligent, and I hope that these are things like that she can sleep on. Like the politics thing is a deal breaker to me. Is a deal breaker. So I'm just hoping, like, as time goes on, she can think about these things and be like, you know, maybe I'm not ready yet. So that's my hope. Will they go through with it? I don't know.
I can see that. She just, like, got so emotional in her wedding dress, saying, like, no one's ever treated me like this. I'm so happy I met Deven. So it seems like she does genuinely have those feelings for her. But I hope some logic kicks in. I mean,
Quickly.
I don't think he can't be educated.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe she can show him the correct
way. Maybe.
Yeah.
But then that's another thing where I say it's like she's a mother him. Why do you have to teach a grown man?
I agree.
Especially a black man.
I agree.
That's the part, like, it makes me want to cut Ben some slack. Like, okay, at least you have white privilege. You show up as a black man. Like, that's how you are viewed by the society.
Working with kids, working on a women's basketball team. You don't think that the girls that you coach deserve rights and
Like,
autonomy
what?
to their body?
Like, so I couldn't get past that. But we'll see.
Yeah.
What do you think about Ben and Sara?
Sarah is so in love with Ben.
Madly.
And I think Ben, I want to believe Ben loves her back, but I think he's in it just because of all the rumors. I just feel like he's in it for the experience. And
see, I haven't heard, like, I haven't deep dove into all the bad things that have been said about Ben. So just from watching the show and then hearing that he was, like, an asshole and a jerk and a jock in college, which was 10 years ago.
That's true.
I want to give him a benefit of the doubt. The benefit of the doubt. You see what I did there? Can that be the name of the episode? No, I'm just kidding.
That's
and
good.
I think they could work. I really like them together. I love their chemistry. I think their energy and their chemistry together is, for me, my favorite. They're not my favorite couple, but I like how they operate. So
she's just so sweet, and I want to be Sarah's friend. Like, having somebody like that in your life, that energy would be amazing. So
sure.
I hope he sees what he has. We'll see. Yeah. I think she'll say yes. They're starting with that couple, so they're probably going to get married.
Okay, all right. Who else we got?
Then we have Monica and Joey. This used to be my favorite couple, and I still see the potential because of the friendship, but I am starting to see some of Joey's, like, negative tendencies in terms of romantic dating. Like, he's starting to get cold feet, and he's starting to be like, he's not giving her the reassurance that I think they should both give each other at this point in the process. Like, he's saying it's going to pretty much be a game time decision. You're getting married. This is not a game time decision. How are you not giving her this reassurance saying, like, yes, I see myself with you? But I also can see the side that he's just not very emotionally intelligent. He jokes a lot about his, like, things he's going through, and that's like a trauma response. So it could just be he's not emotionally there yet. Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna go through what they need. I mean, even as much as she's in love with him, she's even said, I see how he's reserved and he's, like, pulling back. So I'm hoping that, again, similar to Virginia, I'm hoping, like, something clicks for her and she says no at the altar.
I don't think she'll say no. I think he might.
Yeah. Look, for sure they're not getting married. Yeah. So I think we're on the same page with them.
And then Daniel and Taylor. Yeah.
It's a big yes.
Yes.
It's a hell yes.
They're making those Christmas ornaments at their wedding. Like, that's so intentional. Like, you don't do that if you're planning to say no.
No.
They're in love.
I do have a fear that Taylor's going to get bored of Daniel in their marriage.
Did you see the ice skating scene? I think she loves that man.
Oh, I hope you're right.
I think so. We'll see.
Well, we'll see. Yeah. Any last words? Because there's no other couple.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's
Thank God, David. I guess grew some balls.
I can't stand his stupid ass.
Yeah, stupid ass pose. This can be our
drunk David.
Literally ick. But yeah, that's all I got then.
Yeah, me too. I can't believe we're almost to the end of the season, but this has been really fun.
Yes.
It has kept my mind off of all the other crazy stuff going on in my life.
Constant.
No, it has been, and you've been so good. No, through moves, through sickness, through having a child. You have
social lives, through
tech issues,
entrepreneurship, through all the things.
We did it. I'm so proud of us.
We are amazing. Yeah. Shout out to us. Yes.
No, for real. But okay, bye y'all.
Bye.
Let us know what you're thinking.
Woohoo! Should we do a little pose? I don't know what to do. Oh yeah, that's cute.
And then
stop.
This is getting weird.